My name's Larry Acosta. I live in Santa Ana, California. For the last 25 years, I've been privileged to lead two organizations that focus on reaching at-risk youth. I grew up in this broken Latino family in a really tough urban community. My dad was this migrant farm worker as a child, and he experienced a lot of abuse from his dad. He was a hard-working guy. He did his best to provide for our family, but he had so much anger and pain and rage that really spilled over. And so I can remember the first time I went to Awana. It was in opposition to what I had experienced from a rage-filled, angry father to the warmth and the welcoming. It was so refreshing to think, these are men, they're tough, but they're fun. It was a time in my life as a young Latino kid that I was looking for healthy male role models. I wanted hope. My family didn't attend the church that hosted Awana, but they welcomed me in and made me feel like I was part of their family. And if it weren't for these Awana leaders that had a long-term commitment to helping me thrive and become all that God had envisioned for me, I don't know where I'd be today. In those elementary years in Awana, discipleship looked a lot like being rooted and grounded in Scripture, having the truths in my mind and in my heart that would later influence choices that I made, and that paid dividends into my middle school years. You see, the neighborhood I grew up in, most of the Latino kids that I ran with and grew up with, they, at 7th grade, were being jumped into gangs. That was a challenging time in my life because I wanted the validation of the friends that I had grown up with. But inside, because of these role models that had been in my life through Awana, they were pointing me in a healthier, more God-honoring trajectory. It was in high school where they came alongside, and what discipleship looked like at that point, it says, Larry, we see you as a leader. Me as a young person, as a junior in high school, they empowered me to teach. And it was at that point, as a 16-year-old Latino kid, that I felt a call to ministry. I didn't grow up in the church, so I didn't really know there was such thing as vocational ministry. But I just felt this sense that God was saying, I've chosen you, I see you, and I'm calling you to serve me with your life. Beyond the four walls of your church are children, youth, and families yet to be reached with the gospel of Jesus Christ. What would it look like for you to join Jesus on mission? Would you dare to translate the gospel through relationship, through barbecues in the neighborhood, and let them see what it looks like when Jesus gets outside the building? Pastors and leaders, would you be willing to go reach kids like me? Kids that desperately need encouragement. You're gonna need to go to them first, into the parks, into the local schools and beyond, and build those relationships of trust. Serve those schools, serve those neighborhoods, serve those families. There's so many needs in our community. Let's show the community what Jesus looks like with skin on. I invite you to check out the tools and resources and solutions that Awana has to offer. Can I remind you that today's kids are tomorrow's leaders. They are our future. But they need to be reached with the power of the gospel today, discipled in the ways of Jesus, and then mobilized as change agents in their community. Would you partner with Awana? We so want to work with you to rewrite the stories of Latino kids just like me.